Honey came in and she got me red-handed, creeping with the girl next door. Picture this, we were both butt naked, banging on the bathroom door. How could I forget that I had given her an extra? All this time she was standing there, she listened to her love. Banging on the bathroom, banging on the bathroom, banging on the
Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Truth Please. So today we will be reviewing another episode of Family or Fiancé. These episodes have been wild, so I'm excited to see what this one is about. But yeah, let's get into it.
Bet.
I say my biggest flaw, though, is my temper.
He broke everything in the damn room. If you can't be happy with yourself, how the hell do you expect to be happy with somebody else? That's what you talking about. You harping on that.
I was there.
You're lying. You're lying.
I said you're by myself.
One of two things will happen. The relationship will grow, or you will go your separate ways.
See a house like this, I'll be cool. I'm just nervous to get a house on the hill and I end up rolling down the mother.
Why would you roll down the hill?
Because you just take that wrong step. That'll be your last fall.
Hi, I'm Tiara.
I'm Akeem, and we're getting married.
Me and Akeem met in high school, really, but I've known him a little longer than that.
First time I met Tiara, she was 12, and I snuck a kiss and ran for the races.
Me and Akeem reconnected when I was in high school, so we're working on almost 10 or 11 years. We were on and off again during those time periods.
Tiara was going through things with her family. I was going through things with my family. We wasn't seeing eye to eye all the time, but I always knew Tiara was the one because of the way she made me feel. I'm excited.
So I'm kind of panicking a little bit. Definitely gonna be a lot of emotions here. Whether good or bad.
At the time when me and Tiara got together, it's a beautiful but challenging time in my life because I can sing, dance, and make the whole room laugh, but when I go home, that's my dark time. My mom was heavily on drugs, and I didn't have nobody to turn to.
My anger causes a big problem in my relationship.
Anger in a relationship, y'all, there are levels to it, but it's a problem. When you're dealing with somebody who's angry because of things that their mom did or past trauma in their family life, when I tell you, y'all, it's a losing battle. You really ain't gonna be able to do nothing about it. That's something they have to go through on their own, and either you want to stick beside them when they go through it or you don't, because they're gonna get angry at you. They're gonna take their frustration out on you because they got a lot going on and they got a lot on their mind. I'm telling you, it's not easy. So this is gonna be interesting.
As long as everybody holds their self accountable,
Yeah.
then everything will be fine.
Yeah, definitely that holding yourself accountable, that accountability.
This is nice.
Hello. Welcome to Family or Fiancé, Tiara. I'm Tracy.
How you doing, Tracy?
This is your new house for the next 3 days.
Yes.
You gotta get
Take a look around.
Okay.
And then meet me in my office and we'll get started.
You ready, love?
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, wow. It's the table for me. Like an actual tree.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Get out the fridge.
Da-da.
I'm leaving you by.
Hello, welcome. Have a seat. Congratulations on your
Thank you.
engagement.
Thank you.
How long has it been?
Since July 3rd of last year.
Tell me how you met.
I've actually known him since elementary school, technically. He had gave me like this random kiss and then ran away. Then I ran into him in high school.
Kind of just been going from there.
Tell me how old you guys are right now.
I'm 25.
And I'm 26.
Okay. Did you stay together the whole time?
No, we stopped dating for a minute. We weren't getting along at all. But we ended up dating again. And it was nothing unfamiliar.
Better?
Our biggest complication is communication.
Okay, what does that mean?
If I get upset and I don't feel like my point is being made clear, I shut down. I mean, like, maybe a day.
That sounds to me like it's not really a communication issue. It's more of a self-regulation
Yes.
issue. What was your childhood like?
My father was incarcerated, so
Okay.
I only had my mom. Most 8-year-olds is going to school, coming home, playing with their toys, and going to bed. Me, I'm coming home, cooking food, making sure I got my clothes out and all that.
And is your mom, what's happening with her?
My mom would sleep most of the day, and then nighttime pop out. I felt as though that was her time to be free. My mom needed time to be a child because she had me when she was a child.
How old was she?
17?
Okay. Let me ask you something. If you guys have a kid, will you have a time where you're gonna go be free?
No.
Okay.
It definitely wasn't right. It was times where I would wake up and cry because I want my mom.
That's right.
And only thing I got is her scent on this pillow.
That is
I know like my
heartbreaking.
mom not dead. It's just like, do she want me or am I too much for her?
That's really a sad story. You know, I think that's not for all teen pregnancies, but I think some of them do end up like this because, you know, you have a child so young, you just want to be free, and then, you know, you start neglecting your responsibilities. But I do think he's carrying a lot of weight because that's a lot for an 8-year-old to deal with, and then growing up like that. But he definitely needs to heal that before he decides to be with somebody, because he's going to go through so many different waves of anger and sadness and depression, and then anger and sad. So he needs to deal with that alone. And that's no disrespect to their relationship. I think they could still be friends because they've known each other for so long, but she's not going to be able to heal that. He needs to do that on his own, you know, isolation.
No, it wasn't that you were too much. It's that she couldn't be enough. I heard somebody say once, drug addiction is the only disease that makes you give away your children.
When I first met her, unfortunately, she was high. I don't know what she's like without it.
Even now?
Yes, I
So
don't
now
know
she
her.
still has an active drug addiction?
She's trying not to, so now you go to a treatment
Okay.
center and they kind of give you
The stuff that we
a
know.
drug to win you off of a drug.
Right. You have to understand very clearly what has happened in order to really partner. Does that worry you ever, Tiara?
All the time. I'm shocked that we're even sitting here today having this conversation with him and he's this receptive.
Well, I think that there's two sides to it. Right now, your dream is that he's going to be able to handle it differently, right?
There's
You have
different
no
ways
proof-
of doing things.
Right.
Yeah.
In couples, we have to learn how to handle each other. And what I'm hearing is it's not handled well. So it would be each person learning a new way to handle it. And oftentimes it can start with the person who's the more rational one. Tiara, what was your childhood like?
I had a pretty decent childhood, but on June 12th, 2016, I was shot at the Pulse nightclub shooting in Orlando, Florida.
I'm so sorry.
My cousin Akira Murray, she was the youngest victim, but she was killed.
Oh.
And she died in my lap that night.
Oh, my
And
God.
for the longest, I'm like, no, she was still breathing. They were like, no, you're right. But it was the last of it. And I'm just like, you don't know what to do.
You were in such a profoundly traumatic situation. I can totally see why you want to be married and why you want that stability.
That is so scary. So if anyone doesn't know what she's talking about, basically, you know, in Orlando in 2016, that guy, he was an active shooter. He just decided to walk into the nightclub in Orlando. It was predominantly a gay club, but he decided to walk in, shoot the shit up, kill a bunch of people. And I forgot what happened to him. I don't know if he's in jail or he got killed by the police. So she's saying her cousin died on her lap, which I think is so sad and very, very, very traumatic. Yeah, I wouldn't know what to do. So you got two people dealing with very traumatic situations, different timelines in their life. So, yeah, let's see how this kind of plays out in their relationship.
Yes, very important.
Let's talk about who's coming, Akeem.
My grandma, Venus, and my mother, also named is Venus, and my aunt Nicole.
I don't know what to expect, and I'm hoping for the worst. I mean, for the best.
Who's coming from your side, Tiara?
Coming from my side, my mother Celeste, my best friend from high school, Shadira, and my god brother Eric.
I believe it may be a little commotion between Akeem and his family.
Yeah, because you got to think it's a lot of emotions that's about to be happening right now.
Emotions all over the place.
My mom loves his grandma,
Okay.
but his mom,
It's gonna be a lot of conversation with them.
Families are on their way. Everyone sits down and you'll have the family meeting. Everybody will share their concerns and then you'll go into the tasks. Akeem, your task is called Unpack Your Baggage.
Okay.
Tiara's family is going to write down questions on note cards and you are going to answer each question in depth.
Okay.
Tiara, your task is called Red Hot Questions.
Okay.
Akeem's family is going to write down questions. You are going to answer those questions to the best of your ability with the open heart. Get it all out on the table so we can deal with it over these next 3 days.
You ready?
Yes.
I'll see the two of you tomorrow morning.
Thank you. Line your baby up for the shot, why don't you?
Talking trash. That's what you get for talking trash.
We have arrived. Now, let me go first. Let me go first.
Did the doorbell just ring? Is that a doorbell? Oh, hey!
Venice
We in the building.
I don't think Akeem and Tiara is ready to get married. I see my son doing better things and making better choices.
This is the tour upstairs.
He usually run everything by me. And that doesn't happen too often now. It goes through Tiara first.
Because that's about to be his future wife. Why would I run everything through my mama and I'm a grown man and I propose to a woman? We finna get married. This is my home now. This is my new found built family. I'm not saying like I won't talk to my mom, but I'm not running every single thing by you. Honestly, it's looked down upon to involve, you know, your parents in every single aspect of your relationship. You might vent sometimes and then you regret venting because it changes people's opinions about your partner. So I don't know, like, do you want him to be a mama's boy? I mean, because there's one thing to respect your mama, but when you get to the mama's boy shit and it's like, oh, you choose your mama opinion over mine and I'm about to be your wife, that's when we start to have a problem.
What the?
Is this beautiful?
We blowing down here. Before I get my blessing, I want my grandson to be stable in who he is. I gotta watch him stand in his own self.
Tiara and Akeem has a very unique relationship.
It's like a roller coaster, kind of.
Missing one.
One is outside and taking a break. I'll show you all the house until we come back. Are y'all ready?
Mom, go meet Tiara folks. Get me. Just go.
All
Hello.
that fun stuff. Hey, so this is my mom.
Yeah.
But you know my mom.
How you
Listen.
doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. We here.
I've been around in Akeem's teenage life. It wasn't great. I was like a mom, as if he was my own child. As long as everybody maintained being adults, being respectful, and we'd be okay.
No.
No, why? Thank you for coming. As you all know that we are engaged to be married. So now we are going to hear everyone's concerns. Best friend, Shadira.
My concerns is that you guys don't communicate with each other and communicate and listen to what each other is saying. You headstrong, baby. Sometimes you gotta take other people's opinions and like really understand what they're saying. Akeem, nobody's out to hurt you. We all want the best for you, okay? And you have to express yourself better.
Thank you. You want me concerns?
Y'all communications. Y'all definitely need to work on that. Tiara, you can come off a little strong. Akeem, you can get so angry. You have to learn to listen. Y'all just got a lot that you need to work on as far as, you know.
Eric, what are your concerns?
My concern is Akeem amending that relationship with your mother. When you don't hear from your mom, it seems like you get mad and you take it out on Tiara, and you cannot do that when you're trying to get married.
I cannot stand I'm gonna take my anger out on you type person when we're in a relationship and we're supposed to be each other's safe space and you take all your anger out on me. Oh my gosh, y'all. Please, please. And when you start to sense that that's how somebody is, you're going to have to get away, because it's not really going to stop. Like, they're going to always take their anger out on you, and then they're going to blame you for reacting. So they'll take their anger out on you in many ways, and then they'll get mad at you even more for defending yourself or standing up for yourself, whatever that may look like. They cuss you out, and then you cuss them out back, and now you're the problem. Still, it's just like, it's such a draining thing. So I really hate that.
All right, Grandma, what is your concern?
Tierra and your mother have a history. So sometimes she can antagonize you to say things to your mother that I think is not a good thing.
Thank you. Nicole?
I have concerns that you do not put your mother in a place of prestige. You have to come to a balance with your two women.
All right, Mom.
Okay, the only concerns that I really have with this union going forward is that I don't want it to come between me and your time. When I say I want to have dinner with you, it doesn't mean me, you, and Tierra. And I don't want it to feel like Tierra has an input in it or any influence in it. You shouldn't have to ask her, could you do it? I'm your mother. You should carve that time out, because that's what I want.
Did anybody notice how he was looking at her? He was looking at her like he was angry, sad, like he wanted to cry. And you don't know if your son is asking his fiance, his future wife, to come to dinner with y'all because he don't want to be around you by himself. And maybe he knows that you'll act different if she's there. Like, maybe he wants her around. Some people actually want their significant other around. Some people, they don't. They gonna listen to their mama, and they gonna do what the hell the mama want to do, and they gonna just do what the mama want to do. But some people actually want to be around who they're in a relationship with. You know what I mean? Like, some people want them there as a support system because they actually love their partner. Now, you got some people that just want to exclude their partner out of everything because they're not acting right, or they find some reason why they don't want their partner around, or whatever the BS is. But some people, you know, they actually love who they're with. You know, that's a thing.
You should carve that time out for your mother, because that's what I want.
With Akeem's mom, it's like a love-hate relationship. Like, I love her, but I want to punch her in the throat. Our relationship coach, Tracy, gave us some tasks. My task is red hot questions with Akeem's family.
And my task for the day will be unpack your baggage with Tierra's family. So y'all ready?
Y'all ready?
All right.
I'm ready.
Go, sir. Unpack your baggage.
Okay. What do I think about Tierra and my mom? I noticed, like, it was oh, you going to see Tierra? All right, bye. Or you going to see your mom? Whatever. And I had to have a conversation with Tierra and my mom several times to see what the main problem was.
As far as me and Akeem spending quality time together, is that going to be a problem for my son? My thing is that if you're expecting to start your own family, there has to be some type of cutoff, because what you got was happy Keem. But when he goes home and it's time to turn them lights out, I'm listening to a different part of him. His biggest concern is that you'll turn around and go overdose or something, kill yourself. That is his fear.
Your mom said, if I ask you to come to dinner, I just want you and not Tierra. Me being who I am, I would never have said that to you.
My mom gotta understand that I come as a package deal now. Before you say somebody's not invited to dinner, remember that this was the person that helped me find dinner when I couldn't find you.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm so happy that he said that, and he recognizes that that girl has supported him through all his struggles, and you're not going to tell me that she can't be invited, because when you weren't there for me, she was, and her family helped me eat, and her family helped me survive and figure out a way how I'm going to even get to the next day. Come on now. And then you think you're going to tell me that she can't come to dinner? Well, then I'm not going to come to dinner. Like, I love when somebody is dating somebody and they can acknowledge, like, how they've supported them. Because if he would have been like, oh, well, she ain't never supported me or something, that would have been a slap in the face. So that was really him to say. Because, hello, mama, you was on drugs. You weren't there. Like, you're not going to tell me that she can't come anywhere, honestly.
Where did it happen where he can't come and talk to me?
His biggest thing is hurting your feelings, and he feels like he's gonna be disrespectful, and he can't be open, and it doesn't seem as though that you open the floor for him to do it.
He gotta find a way to say it.
But see,
not that
either
he
way
can't
he say it is gonna be disrespectful.
No, it's not.
Listen to me. Real is real. Some people can't take the truth. You know, truth hurt.
I'm getting irritated and I'm ready to walk the away.
Dude.
I'm so glad. I think that's her mom. So I think that's the boy's grandma. But I'm so glad she called her daughter out, because it's like, either way, your child wants to tell you something and you're going to find it disrespectful, whether they yell, whether they say it slowly, whether they whisper, whether they say it calm and respectful. You're going to react the same way. So now he doesn't want to talk to you because he knows how you're going to react. That is such a cause of so many people's child trauma, when they feel like they can't talk to their parents and then they just bottle it up. And then that's why you see him at the house going crazy and cussing this girl out and disrespecting her because he can't even talk to his mama. And now you're going off on me, taking your anger out on me, because when you try to talk to your mom, she flip out or she take it as disrespect and she don't let you talk, and then you bring it home. And then you still get mad at your partner for defending themselves against you cussing them out. So you just want to be able to cuss somebody out and take your anger out on the person that you're supposed to love, when really you just want to say what you got to say to your parents. Like, it's ridiculous. You know, parents need to have some type of accountability. Your child should be able to talk to you, say what they need to say, without them feeling like, oh, it's just gonna, I know how this is gonna go. I know how this conversation is gonna go, so I'm not gonna have it. And then we at the house and you crashing out behind some simple shit because you frustrated because you can't say what you want to say to your mama. No, that shit is fucking weak.
You think your mom will really understand why y'all relationship is the way it is?
It'll take for me to say it. I kind of got to work on telling my mom how I feel, when I feel it, the moment I feel it. I would have saved me a lot of time if I would have said something back then when it was happening, you know? I would never tell her, like, yo, like, you know you just left me here a week with no food, right? You know you just left me with no money. Like, and I had to do this, I had to do that, I had to do this all week.
But at that age, you shouldn't be doing it at all.
Right.
So that's abandonment.
Yeah, that is abandonment.
That's abandonment.
It seems like I'm the main focus of all the problems.
To be fair, that is kind of true.
You don't know what she been through to make her who she is.
Okay, to be fair.
Wait a minute. These things that you went through made you the man that you are today. Like, have humility for your mom.
Did you think?
That is such a form of manipulation, y'all. If you don't know, I'm pretty sure that boy has humility for his mom. She's on drugs. I know it's hard, but at the same time, there is so much accountability that has to be had, but she's going to use that victim mindset to make her son get back in line. Like, you had a child and I went weeks without food. I went without my mama for weeks at a time because you just wanted to go off and have fun. And he even said it in the therapy session. Like, he knows that you wanted to be free because you had children so young. But it's like, at the same time, my issue with people sometimes is we've all fucked up. We done all did some fucked up shit. But how long are you going to keep throwing it in people's faces without taking accountability of it? You're his mother and he's fucked up because of things that you did, and you still want him to be just humble for you, have humility for you. Okay, are you going to do the same thing though? Are you going to do the same thing? Like, come on now. She can't keep throwing that in his face as if her actions held no weight and she's just the cause of all these problems. If I had to go weeks without my mama and no food, yeah, hello, I'm traumatized. And if you can't accept accountability at some point, he might have to step away from her, for real, just to have a healthy mindset after a while, because who wants to keep dealing with this and you don't want to take no accountability? Come on now.
Your upbringing is a part of the reason you are so defensive. Yes. Yes. It felt like I always had to defend myself. It was like, whatever I can go through, you gotta deal with it by yourself. And eventually, you build this wall because if it's not here, I'm way too vulnerable. And I don't know who I can trust with those emotions.
Now that you're older, though.
Now that I'm older, I try to deal with things a little better now. I say my biggest flaw, though, is my temper.
That means you've been bottling up a lot of stuff, and you can't do that.
No,
if something upsets you,
it's not
say
a
that.
bottle up feeling. It's more of just an animal just being let off the leash.
The past affects me and Akeem's relationship because he brings it with him. And then it comes out in spurts, and then he be like, people always thinking I'm crazy. You are, because I don't even know where this is coming from right now.
I'm confused on this Akeem
Okay.
that has so much animosity with his mother.
Okay.
Because I don't get
And now it's all of this and that and
Because he's trying to make another
I'm tired
life
of this,
for
I'm tired of
himself.
that.
I'm over it. Don't be over it.
This is the point here. This is the point to have this conversation.
Yes.
See, he mirrors you so well.
Yes, he do just what you just did.
He
Oh my gosh, y'all. The way I scream behind the scenes, I'm telling you, when you have parents like this that don't want to take accountability, the child be acting just like them. All the shit that this boy is complaining about, maybe how he feel like he can't talk to his mama, his girlfriend feel the exact same way. She can't come talk to him. He probably feel like his mama used to go crazy. Look, now he at the house going the fuck off randomly over simple shit, and she's so confused, like, where is all this energy and anger coming from? My bad, I'm sorry. And I'm pretty sure this nigga at the house just going stupid, retarded, can't control his mouth, can't control his anger, going the fuck off, and then now all of a sudden they both arguing because she feels disrespected. And all this stems from his mama, all of it. And then look, now she finna shut down and get him the silent treatment. He do the same shit at home. It be the same shit. Unhealed trauma. You got an issue with this, and guess what? You at the house doing it to me. You got another issue with this, and guess what? You at the house doing it to me. And you wonder why your mama is such a big problem in this relationship, because you do everything that you tell me about to me. You're treating me like that. And now I have a problem. And now guess what? We in a fucking cycle. And I could really tell how annoyed the girl is when she said he mirrors you so well, because all of the frustrating things that she's dealing with at home, she's seeing right in front of her. She's seeing like, okay, this is it. Like, this is it. All the things that we're going through, this is it right here. And no one wants to work it out. Nobody wants to talk. Everybody wants to just kiki and a shadow over it and just act like everything's okay when it's not okay. Because I'm telling you, every couple days, I'm getting cussed out because he frustrated over some shit about you. Or I'm telling you, it is crazy, y'all. It is crazy.
Before it even happened, I need you to get it together. I don't know what you're scared of. I don't know what's holding you back. But I know you can do it, and I just want to see you do it. That's it. That's all.
You ready to eat?
Yes, I'm hungry.
Thank you.
How many of them sugar packets you got?
Wow, you want some?
I need like 4.
4?
I'm aware that people put sugar on their spaghetti. I was introduced, adding a little sugar in your tomato sauce, it like balances out like the flavors, because sometimes tomatoes and like spaghetti sauce in general can be kind of strong. So you'll add like a little sugar in the sauce to kind of balance it out. But this shit out right here is out of here. This is why diabetes is running rampant in the black community. How many? You need 4 sugar packets on this little bowl of spaghetti? Let's be fucking for real. 4 sugar packets? That's ridiculous. Come on now. I know I'm not tripping.
Boy, you could have just made some sugar sauce.
Sweetheart, how did your test go?
There were some questions. The boundaries between me and your mom, can they be balanced out?
It's not a competition between you two. Mom, and I'm always going to have that love and respect for you. But I also have to have that love and respect for my wife.
I would never have said I don't want you to come to a dinner that I'm having. I just want my daughter.
That's my only son. When I want me and my son time, I should be able to have me and my son time.
Yeah, I just said what I said.
I'm feeling
done
you
with it.
on your point of the separation of dinner with the children. It's not right. Y'all two is together. Y'all come together.
Let's be clear about this. You called me and said, Mom, we're going to spend a day out together, and you ended up bringing your girlfriend.
Okay, hold on. He was coming because he wanted to have a really serious conversation with you, and he didn't want to do it by himself. He wanted the support. That's why he asked me to
Why
come.
don't you feel like you could come and have a conversation with me?
Because
by
the
yourself?
conversation isn't going to happen. We have a habit of not talking about the real situation.
And both of y'all shut down.
This is bull. No, because it's bull. We talk about everything.
When you're there,
When am I not there?
it was a whole moment when you wasn't there. Was I imagining me sitting in the house by myself?
That's what you talking about. You harping on
When
it.
I was by myself. Marston Street.
You're lying.
Harmony Street.
You're
by
lying.
myself.
You're lying.
I was there. Having your back. I had to sit there.
I can't take
by
that.
myself.
Come here. I can't take
I
that.
did.
I can't.
I sat there by myself.
I can't.
You
Come
never
here.
was by yourself.
I can't take that.
Why are you saying he lying?
Because because it's a lie.
He has strong feelings about this. It is his truth.
Okay.
The grandma for holding her accountable. She's probably the only one. Her mother is the only one that holds her accountable for her actions. Your son is telling you he was left alone. He don't feel like he can talk to you about the real shit. Y'all could talk about a million other things, but when it gets too deep, it's a wrap. Hello, you can't tell him that's a lie. He's a liar. So, like, come on now. And shout out to his fiance for taking him out the room, because I'm sure he would have broke the plate and ain't nobody getting to eat spaghetti, and bitch, I'd be damn.
Am I imagining this?
No, you're not. Come here.
I'm out.
Please, I can't take that.
Trying to make it seem like I'm crazy, yo.
You're not, and everybody knows this.
I really couldn't sleep with that last night conversation on my mind.
I wake up and I'm in the bed by myself. Something's going on.
Opening up that deep in front of everybody and essentially being called a liar. No, that didn't happen. It kind of like scratched everything that I was thinking, and I'm angry. I ain't in the mood to eat no more. It's always, man.
I can't.
What do you want?
Sleep on the balcony.
What do you
tonight.
want? That's fine.
When I woke up, you were upset. It could have just been the lingering things from last night. And I get that part. If something is bothering you, then this is when you communicate that with me.
What you do is, you will see that I'm mad and they get mad because I'm mad.
Most of the time, when it's time to have a conversation with you, you already mad. You blow up. So now you get to act irrational. You get to slam doors. You get to break. You get to do all kinds of stuff like that. And you try to act like it's not something that you do. It is.
Like, I'm at the point where I don't give a How your phone?
That's not fair. See, look, she's trying to have a conversation with him, and because he's upset, now he's taking jabs at her. Like, oh, the thing that you do is you get mad because I'm mad. Okay, so you get mad, you get disrespectful, you get upset, and guess what? Now she can't get upset back. And now, guess what? Now that's the problem for you, is that your girlfriend or your fiance is getting upset because you're disrespecting her in the midst of you being upset about what? About what? Now, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I done got mad before and broke some shit and hit some shit. But I'm not a starter. I don't start shit, okay? When people say, oh, poke the bear. Okay, well, guess what happens if you poke a bear in real life? Your ass might get took. Like, you know what I'm saying? You really might die. I feel like if he was more, if he could talk his problems out and he wouldn't blow up. So then that causes her to blow the fuck up back. It wouldn't be like that. If you just could talk and have a conversation without getting so upset all the time, then maybe you'll be able to get out your feelings, and then boom, you can express it, we could talk about it and move on. Instead of you taking your anger out on your fiance who's only there to love and support you, and then y'all getting into an argument because she's not going to allow you to disrespect her, and now what? Now we in here arguing the whole time. I'm not even mad. You know what I mean? I'm not even mad for real. If you would just be nicer, and if you have an issue, just express that so we can move on. It wouldn't even be all that. But it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to talk shit. And I don't want you to do nothing about it. Just stand there. Come on now. That's not realistic. Let's be for real.
I'm straight, like.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm not straight. I'm not straight. When it's time for Akeem to be held accountable for some of his actions,
All that.
he's
When
not
you want
doing
to stand in your I'll stand in mine.
I've been standing in
I'm not trying to
mine.
hear none of that
Been
bullshit.
mine.
I'm down standing, don't walk away, nothing.
It's like, I ain't trying to none of this bullshit. Out of here.
This is what I go through at home. He never want to own nothing that he do.
All I heard was, you did. I was feeling like Tiara's coming at me and she's not hearing what I got to say. So, essentially, I'm gonna run from this conversation and shut down.
Sometimes you gotta tone it down. I'm just gonna tell you that.
It
Wait
ain't
a minute.
just me.
No, I'm not saying it's just you.
My problem is that this is all the time.
Understood.
Damn!
No,
I tell everybody that all the time. I do this all the time. All the time. This just sit here and yell and scream and fight, but don't nobody got nobody to say anything now. I can't know.
Tiara.
No! I don't want to hear it now!
Tiara.
I'm tired! No! 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 Why did you go buy me a ring and propose? Because if this is how you feel, I don't want us to go through this.
Do you hear that? That's important.
It's hard growing up without your dad. And then, boom, now my mom going.
I'm tired! No! Stop talking about me!
And none of these problems I'm by myself.
I am the first to stand in my I own it! Stop disrespecting my character! I own my
Morning.
Morning.
Come on in, sit down.
How you doing today?
I'm okay. How are you?
Up and downs.
Okay. And Tiara's coming in.
Yeah.
But you're not coming in together.
No. Enough is never enough for her.
Okay, here she comes. Morning, Tiara.
Hi.
Come on in. Do you want to tell me what's happening?
I woke up this morning.
Okay.
I'm talking to him, and as I'm asking him questions, he's really not responding much. But under his breath, I hear him saying, F this, F that. I don't want to be bothered with this. I don't want to be bothered with that.
And what did you mean? You didn't want to be bothered with what?
I'm just irritated at this point, and I'm venting to myself.
Okay.
And she'll take that as I'm talking to her.
Okay. So in a way, you kind of just got to let him be.
I'm just trying to get him to communicate.
I understand.
Say
It's
something.
the thing where I gotta
That's
talk when you want me to
it's
talk.
so
I'm not
hard.
talking when you want me to talk.
Am I watching what happens at home?
Yep, sure is.
Okay.
The moment that a topic is brought up, he shuts down before we could get anywhere.
I'm watching it happen. What you have going on is the pursuer-distancer dynamic. He's the distancer, you're the pursuer. It works like this. Conflict comes up. The distancer hears, I'm not doing it right again, and then they go, never mind, and they shut down. The pursuer is like, oh, hell no. And then they get bigger and bigger and bigger, hoping to get a reaction from the distancer. All they do is force them to shut down even further, even longer. How bad does it get?
He broke everything in a damn room.
Does it get physical on your side?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, it do. Don't even sit here and be a liar. Yes, it do.
No, you're
What
the
happens?
She'll think she can put her hands on me, and
Like how?
it's cool. Like slap me, punch me. But if
Is
I
that
slap
true?
and punch you,
Yeah.
it's a problem.
Okay.
It'll be a problem.
That's not okay.
The dramatics.
Well, you're being pretty dramatic
I'm
right
pissed
now.
off.
So,
You know what?
being
You're right.
pissed off does not
right.
mean that you can just do this. You
It's
get
not
to
just
here.
me. It's not just me. Why is everybody trying to point a finger at me? And it's not just me. Miss Tracy is not.
How much of it is yours?
50-50.
Good. You either realize that this is a Tiara problem, this is an Akeem problem, and start to work on it as that, or you'll just repeat the cycle.
Over and over. I definitely felt this way before.
Right.
This whole feeling that I feel now.
Yes. Do you hear that? That's important.
But if you truly felt this bad, why did you go buy me a ring and propose and do all of this? Because if this is how you feel, I don't want us to go through this and we're not working through that problem. I just want to understand so we can get there. It's already you live a life where you don't know. It's like I didn't know that I was almost going to die. I didn't know that I was going to lose my cousin. I didn't know these things. And I'm tired. Like, what needs to be a little easier? I mean, that it always have to be so hard.
Oh my gosh. I don't know why this family of Fiancé is so deep right now for me. For anybody that's listening, hopefully this reaches the thousands. No, for real. But I don't know. That whole pursuant and distancer, you know, this therapist, she be dropping gems, y'all. If y'all really listen and watch these, she be dropping gems. And it's like, you know, when you have someone that likes to shut down, after they get upset, start some shit, and then shut the fuck down. It'd be like, what the and then you're just pursuing, trying to get to an understanding. And it's like, it's just a never ending cycle of just, and I feel her. I feel like she just wants things to work so bad. She just wants them to work. She just wants them to be happy. She just wants everything to be good. Like, if we have a problem, let's talk about it and let's move on. And it's just like, it always turns into this chaotic situation. And now y'all are arguing, and she's upset as fuck. And now she, you know, lashing out because whole time she wasn't even mad about shit, probably just trying to understand you. And because you're so hard to understand, now y'all are in there arguing, fighting, all type of shit, when really she probably just wanted to have a conversation with you and just talk. And it just didn't go like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. Let's see if they're gonna work it out. I don't know yet.
Sometimes when the tears come, it's when we're like knowing the truth. Tiara, I would like for you to sit down with Shadera and your mom and deeply explore what is happening in this relationship and what is happening for you. Akeem, your task is to sit down with your mom and a trauma and addiction expert who can help navigate whatever comes up. In order for you to grow and to be able to partner, this is where it needs to start.
Leaving Miss Tracy's office, I'm feeling empty still, and I'm feeling like we might not make it back home together.
You just coming out of counseling?
Yeah, and it's like, she's talking about she wish she never accepted the ring.
Like, for real, what that made you feel like?
When you say some like you wish you never accepted the ring, please throw that over the balcony and stop wasting my time.
Hello. Let's see, Mom. Welcome. I'm Tila. I am an integrated mental health professional. I'd like to just talk about you all's relationship. If you all want to just talk about, start there.
My relationship with my son is always good.
Okay.
It's always good to me, you know. That's my baby, you know.
A lot of our bonding and our attachment and our development usually starts from 0 to 7. That's one of the pivotal times for how we operate now as adults. So right now, I want you to express the feelings that you felt, what you may have wanted to say to her back then.
Sometimes I felt as though that I just wasn't enough It's hard growing up without your dad. And then, time, boom, now my mom gone. It's like they just don't want me no more. So I felt as though if I put up all these walls, then I won't feel as much hurt as I felt. But within doing that, I created a wild monster, and it kind of bleeds over into my relationship to where I feel like I gotta still have that beast around with me for him to protect me.
I understand what you're saying there. I know you feel like the drugs at some point took me away from you. When you have a mother, you have something to turn to. But when you don't, it hurts really bad. And I know how that feels. And I'm so sorry I made you feel that way. That's the last way I ever wanted you to feel. You were the best thing that happened to me. You are the only thing that I felt like I ever did right.
I love you, Mom.
Love you so much.
I love that you have so much grace for your mom and compassion because, Mom, you did what you only had the capacity to do at that time. And at the same time, being able to acknowledge that he did experience some hurt, some pain, some trauma.
Whatever it is that you holding in your heart, just let me know what it is.
I know you wouldn't have chose this drug of choice on your own, but I stay up at nights thinking that it only take
that
one time and it take my mom away from me. And it's like I know in my heart of hearts, that's when my life ends.
The only way that I can truly rid your heart of that is to stop. I promise you.
We lost a lot of time, and that time has to be rebuilt. But now that I'm engaged, I also want my partner to be around for it too now.
I understand that, and I don't have a problem with that.
What can you all commit to today?
Well, my commitment, I promise to show my son how I'm trying, how I'm getting better, to ease his mind so that won't be a thought that he has to worry about.
I feel in my spirit that I'm getting my mom back. And as far as, lashing out because of things I'm feeling towards my mom, that's going to stop. And I appreciate my mom taking the time to understand it.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
I wish you all the best, and I know it's going to work out.
I love you, Mommy.
I think that was, a very, very, very good moment for them to have. He seemed very happy afterwards, just being able to have a conversation. I pray that the mom stays off drugs and, continues to do better, but you just never know. But I do hope so, that she finds, rehab or just able to stop on her own. But he definitely seemed happier and lighter. So I hope that he can bring that positive energy to his relationship. That would be great to see.
I love you so much.
I love you too, Mommy.
I'm having some issues, so I just wanted to speak to you guys about some of the things that were said and some of the doubts that I may have. All of the arguing, like it's been this bad and we've been going through this, and I need to make a clear decision on if this is something I want to deal with.
Y'all do have some bad moments, and when your bad moments are there, they bad.
They are bad. And y'all really need to work on that, because it's okay to disagree with each other. The question is that when you do disagree on something, what's the best way of handling it?
Y'all just explode, and it's like you gotta wait until y'all kind of calm down some to talk to y'all, because neither one of y'all want to listen. So it's not just one side, it's actually both sides.
You cannot go into a marriage with that type of anger. They're not ready to be marry with that type of anger.
Tracy said to me, sometimes when the tears come, you already know the truth on what you need to do. Like, what I heard is either, A, I need to leave the relationship, and honestly, I didn't hear nothing else.
Y'all both got trauma that y'all need to work out individually if y'all want this relationship to work. Trauma goes deep.
Yeah, it is definitely deep.
Y'all gotta work on yourself. You gotta first love yourself before you love others. And that goes for him too. If you can't be happy with yourself, how the hell do you expect to be happy with somebody else?
No, you definitely don't want to go into a marriage like this.
It's very clear my anger is also a problem. And there's also other stuff that I have to work on as far as trauma. There's a lot of work that needs to be done.
Love the accountability from her, you know, being accountable, knowing that her anger is an issue too. And the best friend, you know, also letting her know, like, you know, this is, and her mom, you know, like, you have to love yourself. And I don't think you realize that you don't love yourself until you're deep into something like this, like a situation like this or a toxic relationship. And then you're like, damn, like, if I love myself like I thought I did, ain't no way in hell I'd be putting up with this shit. Just being honest, you know what I mean? Like, if I really stood on respect, it would be no way I would have let you talk to me like that the first time. I would have been like, oh hell no, I'm good, I'm out. You know what I mean? And you let certain things slide, forgive, and you think you just forgiving and hoping for the future, because guess what? They're gonna tell you, I'm gonna get better. I'm sorry, I'm gonna do better. Girl, for 30 minutes, and then we back arguing. Like, you know what I mean? And if she's probably, you know, realizing like, maybe I don't love myself like I thought I did, because why am I going through this and letting somebody pull all this anger out of me for no damn reason, when all I want to do is be in love with you and chill and have a good time. And it's just so impossible, and I don't know why. You know what I mean? So yeah, you definitely need to love yourself. And it's sometimes, yeah, it takes things like this to even realize it, and that's crazy. But once you know, ain't no going back.
Saturday, 8/7 Central.
I'm glad we both able to see where we went wrong.
Lord knows I was scared yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't come this far to stop.
Right.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Come on in. You guys look pretty bright. Feeling good?
Yes.
I think we should just jump right in. I just want to hear how your tasks went. Why don't we start with Hakeem?
My task with my mom went amazing. Her being willing to just sit back and listen and not try to give a response, that meant a lot to me.
Is she willing to make changes?
Yes.
Do you believe her?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah,
I can see that
confidence.
you do. That sounds like a great outcome.
It was definitely a great outcome.
Tiara, when you left here, you were in very deep tears.
The deep tears you saw was me finally sitting in me.
Yes.
And like talking to my mom and Shadira, and they're telling me like, I can conduct myself a little bit better. You can fix everything. And that's basically what they were saying to me in so many words.
The task for you was to go into that thing and go, is this relationship good for me?
I personally feel like our biggest issue always was communication.
I don't think so. I think your biggest issue is that you're involved in the abuse cycle. Tension, incident, reconciliation, calm. It's exactly what happened yesterday. I watched the abusive happen. Now, I know it gets a lot bigger when I'm not here. And then somehow we get back to the moment where, everything's okay. And it's as though yesterday never happened until the next incident. That's what I felt like you were seeing. Instead of it just being him, you were kind of seeing your part in it.
Yeah.
And it's not just him who does it.
I kind of...
I don't see that you're really going to be able to engage with each other without creating your cycle until you each individually have a higher level of skills dealing with the anger, dealing with the shutdown, dealing with the trauma, dealing with your trauma. The cycle is so powerful that you would not be able to engage in a new way just because you decided to.
She on their ass, okay? She is on their ass, baby. Break the fuck up right now. It's over with. Abuse, psychotic cycle. You're done. You're out of here. Like, she is not playing with them. I mean, maybe she's right. I guess if you step outside of yourself and you're like, damn, like, is she right? Because she on the ass. Like, she can't be lying on Oprah Winfrey Network. You think she lying? Like, what? Like, is she telling the truth? Like, baby, I would be sitting there stuck. Like, we trying to eat after this? Or we gonna listen to that lady? Are we listening to that lady, or are we finna go eat? You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. But yeah, she ain't playing.
Yesterday could have been avoided if I had checked myself.
No, that's what the person who's the withdrawer thinks. There's no avoiding it, or you would have avoided it.
It's what I know.
No, but she's right though. No. There has to be a pause on moving forward with the engagement. Because this is the things that we have to work out. Because no, I don't want to repeat the cycle, some that I've seen growing up.
Is that how you feel?
I just need time to think.
Now, if you want to put this on pause and get the counseling, that's fine with me.
There wouldn't be nobody else I wouldn't spend my life with, but I want to make sure that we're in a space that we can do it peacefully.
Let's take 90 days. I'm going to work on myself and the things and get a feel for what I need to work on. You get a feel for what you need to work on without getting into our cycle. You guys have a good shot at this. Why? You don't have kids, you're young, and you're willing.
A pause is not a stop. You want to make it work. We don't want to bring these same traits into our marriage and we looking at each other 5 years later like, what are we doing? All right, family, so me and T have an announcement to make. We came to the agreement that we need to take 90 days when we go home to put a pin in the marriage and figure out things that we need to do to stay on this level that we at now and not decline no more. It's not a thing where we're breaking up or things are over or the ring is coming off.
I think that was the best decision that y'all could have made. Don't just jump
head first.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm happy with that decision. That anger for me is just not good.
I'm down with that 90-day grandson. That a good baby girl.
So family, let's all group up. It's been a wonderful experience.
I hope they stay true to what they said and they go to counseling and they stay in their therapy and they stay working on themselves and each other.
Therapy work for people.
For the love.
This time it was like, hey, you guys need to talk more. Hey, you guys need to listen more. And like, they understood.
Okay, everybody, we're gonna be doing our family photo now.
If you are planning to get married, get to a space where you know you and understand you better.
I don't know what's gonna come from this. I didn't get the end result that I thought I was gonna get, but I believe I got the end result that I need in order to move in a more productive way in my life.
Family or
Fiancé!
Wow, I'm so happy to hear the ending to this Family or Fiancé. They pushed the wedding back a year, so I'm pretty sure they're going to work on themselves. Like they said, they're going to stop, bringing up anger in the past in their relationship, in their conversations, which I can really appreciate. Like once we decide to move on, we're just going to move on. And he said, that his mom is living a healthier lifestyle, which I'm definitely happy about. So I think, and I appreciate his fiancé, the girl. I don't know why I can't remember her name, but because she took accountability, like accountability is whooping my ass. She took accountability for her actions, according to but she took accountability, like, she saw her part in it and, wanted to work on it. And I definitely agree, like, being able to look at yourself as well and see what you're doing wrong and how you're feeding the problem. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that they were able to work it out. They seem like they love each other, high school sweethearts. Love that for them. If you like this review of Family or Fiancé, make sure to comment down below and express how you feel. You know, did they handle it the best way? Should they have broken up? And let us know. And, you know, as usual, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, we will see you for the next review. See you later. Bye.
Honey came in and she got me red-handed, creepy with the girl next door. Picture this, we were both butt naked, banging on the bathroom door. How could I forget that I had given her an extra?